All right, breaking down some film from Stukin74. He's playing right D. Let's take a look. I think this is NCAA is what he said. So I do like the defensive positioning in terms of the, backpedaling, staying in front of him, basically. You want to be able to attack. Like, naturally, it's about how you start up. I would close the distance between you and the player that you're most likely going to cover. So their furthest guy up right now currently is this guy. And he's going to be obviously cutting towards your direction. He's eventually going to get that puck. You have two guys almost in a forecheck position. I mean, they're near the puck. They're attacking. I would say parking up somewhere in the offensive zone near this player, right? Because like if they get this puck and they try to send it out, you have a chance at even intercepting the puck, right? You have two guys back here as well. You would probably only look to see, all right, do you have support, which you do, or just the ability to potentially jump the lane or then skate with the player if he does still get it. All right, obviously you don't want to over pursue and jump and then all of a sudden it goes by you, but still you do look over your shoulder. You see you got two guys here, essentially support players for you. So I'd say like you could be right here taking that puck away or stopping them, but this, and then if this puck bounces this direction, then you got Tio that could potentially pick it up and then he'll skate with it freely. You're giving them free space for what? I mean, you are in the back pedal, things like that, that's fine, but they get a shot from it. I mean, any shot in this game, especially with X factors going off, you never know what's going to actually go through. So you don't want to necessarily give up free chances, free space, right? Especially when you get up to higher levels, you're going to see that the space that you give to players is eventually going to come back to bite you. Like, you want to limit them as much as you can. In a game where defense continues to become more difficult to play each year, it seems. That would be just one thing there. A shot. There's nothing here that you really have to contend with. But again, like, staying more closer to the players that you're naturally going to cover. You got to see, like, all right, is the center in play? If the center is in play, then you have the ability to stay tighter to your man, depending on where he's at. Now, I think where you're at is fine, only because, well, no, you actually could go and attack this guy. I mean, even if they swing it to this player here and then eventually work it to here, that's red, that's teal. You don't have to contend with anybody else other than this right winger, or I guess the left winger for them, right? The winger on your side, you can attack him. You could have went and hit him, right? Like, again, you're playing back. It's good. There's no issues here at all, if you think about it, right? But you see how like there's just a lot of space, and you know that you can play tighter to this guy. Again, I don't trust in the back pedal. I really don't think the back pedal really does anything in this game, especially when players get up to speed. When you got things like wheels activating, there, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take much for you to get burned off a player going at full speed when they get the puck. So being able to turn and skate with them, and if you have wheels, you activate your wheels right alongside them. Because this puck goes here, again, if you're here and you're skating with him, right, you can hold your stick out and get that puck, potentially jump the lane. Again, you want to anchor yourself more inside, but this is easily a play where if you're right here, he wants to turn around and stuff, whatever, he could do that. This player is not going to enter the zone. He's going to have to eventually then give it up to somebody else, but you're doing your job as a right D, taking away this winger, right? Because he could have continued skating forward if he wanted to, and then controlled it, possibly found the far, the far side winger coming in. You also have back check support as well, so like just staying over the top, and limiting their time and space. Here you could have actually, if you wanted to, went for that hit if you saw it lined up, right? So it's about, again, you're playing safe, nothing wrong here, but this is just next level here. You got the numbers. Again, this is their furthest player. If this puck gets sent up to them, somebody can go and attack. And since I feel like you're in a better prime spot to go for this hit, these guys could then just play over the top, play behind as support players if the puck does get through continuously, right? Which this player is not. He's not going to take it and just, dangle past everybody. It's not possible. Here, you can go for that hit him. That puck, even if it does roll out, Teal then picks it up. If it stays in, red, blue, you guys can continue the offensive play. So it's about being aggressive when you can, keeping a tighter gap. That is what I'm seeing here. Now let's see breakout play. Perfect. Nothing wrong there. Great pass there as well from Teal. So good plays in the offensive zone. Take a shot. Nothing wrong there. It's actually unfortunate that the puck didn't go through, honestly, because I felt like that was actually not bad. But it does seem like this year, right? It just, I don't know, unless you're rocking a shooting trait, which, do you have one on? No, I think that's all right. But it was a slap shot. It just unfortunately got blocked. Now, I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, you should have went here, controlled it, found blue or something wide, or skated to the middle, then find green. Like, no, there's no... Getting the puck to the net is perfectly fine here. If it doesn't go through, it don't go through. I mean, it's just, it is what it is here. Playing it simple offensively is perfectly fine. There's nothing you have to do next level here, you know, to get you moving up. It's just a matter of, if you do have that offensive capabilities and you are confident with the puck, then you could obviously, you know, scramble and sort of improvise a little bit with the puck. But there's no need to do that and force a turnover at the wrong time or something, like when you control it too much instead of just letting it go. It's better to just shoot the puck on. Even if it doesn't go through, it could still bounce your guys' way. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, shoot the puck on even if it doesn't necessarily hit net. So offensive control here. Blue coming in, almost found green wide shot. So here, yeah, you're just trying to be an option at the point even if they don't pass it to you, and now turning and skating is the best way to play it here. And then you can eventually work into a backpedal when you feel like you're closing in on the person that you're going to be covering in the offensive zone. But honestly, I do not trust the backpedal in this game. I just simply don't. There's no use really doing it, especially with how fast players can skate. And again, when you get up to higher levels, you're going to see exactly how fast guys can go from literally at a standstill to north. Like, they go north and south the quickest in this game, the higher you go up. So defensive zone coverage, perfectly fine. You then want to be able to try to attack again, because you are in a prime spot. You can let this player get up, turn and skate, potentially put your skates in front of the puck, meaning if he does eventually go into you, right, you can use your skates to essentially knock the puck away. You don't have to use your stick in this case, or you don't have to go for a body check. There's no point. You can just turn and skate, let him close the distance naturally while you glide, and then whichever way he picks, you then just follow it with your skates and then hope that the puck can hit your skate. If it doesn't, and he starts to eventually, let's say he moved this direction and now he's starting to go side by side with you, then you can continue to skate, you know, directly back, right? And then angle yourself off to hold your stick out in front of him to then eventually knock that puck away and into the corner. If he eventually does stop, because he could eventually do that. He could get into the offensive zone, stop a little bit, then your back check should be able to handle that. Because again, your job's staying over the top, not allowing him to trying to just stop him from getting a breakaway or a chance right through towards the net, right? So keep him further away from the goalie, right? This is one of those things where he chose to just go this way. If you closed the distance, you turned and skated with him, held your stick out, this puck could be knocked away to the corner, and then you could be in a foot race to it. If he wants to skate with it too, then you can go for a stick lift on the boards, and then you eventually would probably come away with this puck. Or Teal could eventually maybe get it, or maybe Blue, I don't know, depending on where the puck bounces. But again, when you're not attacking, what winds up happening is now you extend the offensive play. So now he's established in the offensive zone. He swings this puck around. Technically, your guy is still this player. It's still the puck carrier. I mean, so you should have followed him all the way to the corner. Teal, you know, he handles the guy down low. Red would handle the guy here. Then you even have support along the boards with the wingers, and then in the slot with green. So this is Teal that should be down low here. Out in front, Red does eventually come back and help out as well. But you see how they get a chance because you're not attacking the puck carrier where you could have. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, I mean, you're not necessarily playing it wrong, but it's about, all right, how can you be when can you be aggressive? When do you attack? And that's kind of really what allows you to sort of start to dominate, defensively in a game. So now here, there's nothing you could do. You got to just anchor yourself to the furthest player, right? This is one of those plays where if you try to attack, right, you may wind up or end up over pursuing in a way, right? So you're not going to attack here. But again, like, we're starting too far away. I feel like you can eventually, I mean, first period, I can understand. But eventually you're going to get into the groove of how these players skate, how fast they get up to speed. And then that's what should create a baseline for your gap control. You know what I mean? For how far away you are from your man. You know, you could see this guy's got red bar. He's not going to be the one to carry it. He's going to eventually dish this puck off. So if you were already here skating with this player, like if you can literally have almost man-to-man coverage where you're following this guy's movements, then as this puck goes, it's going to just naturally hit you. And the puck is automatically gone. Like the play could be dead right here based on that. Based on your starting point. So think about your starting point in terms of where you could be. So you're here, you're looking at the play. You know, you're gonna be here. I mean, naturally what's gonna wind up happening is, like, I mean, if I was doing this, I would be looking at the furthest guy up first, and even if that's on Teal's side, I'm still probably gonna have some kind of gap control, because again, this player could go very fast. This player could have actually been over here, right? Imagine him over here, and then you would naturally want to actually park up side by side with him almost, even if Teal doesn't play that. It's on Teal's side, but you're still a defenseman as well, so you help him out, right? So I can understand the gap control, where you're not going to be like so close to this guy, even though he is, you know, the guy that you're eventually going to cover. He then works his way back. So you would be like, all right, you're going to be here. And then I would be probably either facing this guy or turning the other direction, but not skating. So it's going to be like, you're either going to be trying to jump this route if this pass does come, which is more of a risky play. Shouldn't even do that, really. But I would probably be like somewhere here. Yeah, I mean, regardless, naturally, where this play ended up, there was enough time for you to man mark and get closer to this player instead of being so far away. And again, there is still nothing wrong here. You're playing over the top. There's nothing wrong here. It's just a matter of, like, you guys are playing deep, but you're not preventing anything. You know what I mean? Like, they're still going in, taking a shot. And Blue actually takes a penalty here, which is not really... I mean, that is actually on him for taking that. But, I mean, it's also like you guys aren't even attacking the puck carrier. So, like, they're getting in, taking a shot. And, yeah, you could say that these should be saves from the goalie, but you never know. Like, the whole point of playing defense is to really stop them from even taking shots. But it's also, you know, understanding, like, how you can sort of, kind of, like, glide into the man coverage. Like, you want to be moving backwards before they get up to you. So you don't want to be at a standstill and then try to attack unless you're intent on trying to body check or jump a route. Like, the only reason you're going to be moving forward when they're almost getting to top speed is when you're trying to engage on them immediately. Meaning you're trying to hit them. You're not trying to poke check, skating towards them. You're going to be, if you're going to be poke checking or playing the gap, you should be moving the same direction they are, just at a lower speed so that they can catch up to you, and then you can play near the blue line when it gets to there, you know, when it gets there. Here, though, you're at a standstill. He's at wheels activating. I mean, then you try to poke check. You're at a standstill, flat-footed. He then gets around. I mean, you then make the play defensively, right? Now, that almost went in off you, which, I mean, there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. You saw what Red did, right? Red tried to actually play the lane and intercept the puck. I don't like this defense positioning here. Like, PK or not, I'm playing this exactly how I play this 5-on-5, even 5-on-3. You know, like, you could have, I could be the only player on the ice, and I would still play this the exact same way, because all you do is you anchor the furthest guy, and you place yourself right there. You could be, all four of you guys could be right here. You just have to be closer to whoever their furthest guy is, and then as they go up, you can then skate backwards, you know, and sort of find, you know, meet them at the blue line and sort of play them that way if you really wanted to. Unless you're intent on doing this, right? Unless you're intent on being what Red is doing, where he plays back and then tries to has speed into the, as he jumps the lane. He just didn't play it perfectly, right? As to where he was able to get that puck. But some guys will do that. They'll hang back and then give, you know, like bait the pass option, and then they go and jump the route. But for me, right, if you're playing a defenseman, especially, you know, teal, yellow, I would be right here again, like skating this direction, like looking down, putting my back to this player. So when he gets the puck, it hits you immediately. You don't even have to press a button. Like, you could be right here. But that's what I'm saying. Like, perfect defensive positioning would have to take place, where you're right here, and then as this puck goes in, you know, back to his forehand, it's going to hit you, and then immediately again it could be Teal that gets it or you. But you know, trying to stop this guy at the blue line with no speed while he's already at top speed. That's the reason why this puck goes through. And Teal didn't play that correctly either, because it's the same read he has to make on the opposite side, regardless of where that puck is. So here I'm going in for this body check. Again, if you have a chance to take this player out, you feel like you can line up the body check, then go and do so. And I feel like this is definitely an area where you could do that. He's got half bar, you're at full. I don't think that really makes a difference in this case. But you have the lane where he's along the boards here. If he stops, you're going to be right there in his face. If he tries to cut in, he has Teal to contend with, possibly green, depending on where this player goes. But you guys, you have the numbers where you can go for this hit, and there's still going to be support on the inside. So again, this is a play where you back off, force him to the outside, which is fine, right? It's just a matter of, right, you could have attacked in that case. So now you work back in the middle. That's perfectly fine. Then you play that perfectly, right? You held the inside. You anticipated where that pass was going, and then you played it down low off the poke check. So that's a good play there. Now here, yeah, there you go. See, now you can go for that body check. Freaking went for it this time, and then now the puck is out. When you attack and you have that inside that inside support there, right? You attacked him and stopped him from moving. Now he can't make a play at all. The shot, now this puck is out, and now it's out of your zone and offside. Bang. So you played that perfectly there when you actually stepped up. So that's just what I'm talking about, where you can stop them from being able to even enter the zone because of the moments where you can be aggressive and you know that you can get that puck. Defensively, get this puck. Teal goes around, blue's there, perfectly fine. All right, you can sort of shadow the play. Just in these cases, make sure that you're aware of the players behind you. So you're in one of these plays where you were trying to go up, or you're like in like a decision where, all right, am I going to go up or not? You see the forwards are there. As soon as you read that there's 3 forwards that are going to be essentially taking the lane, you're going to be trailing this play. Always look behind you. Who's there? You got this player. You also have a gray marker behind you. If this puck goes the other way and they get sent down and all of a sudden it becomes a 2-on-1, that is a fault on you for not being back. Regardless if you think, right, it's a turnover. Like, here we go. This is how quick they're going up. 2-on-1 breakaway. So it's because, right, and even EA says that. Wow. Even EA said it. This is a turnover. I mean, this is a bad play from green. He forces it past the blue, but it is not their job to cover the breakaway or to be at major fault for the breakaway. Any breakaway is at least 50% or more on the defense for not being back. And it would probably be even more, obviously, in certain situations. The way you see that, right, you got to be looking actively behind you, right? When this rush is there, you know you're ahead of the play. You got to just, like, take your foot off the gas and even sometimes go as far as stop completely until these players get back into the frame. And then you can reestablish yourself in front of them, or essentially behind them, I guess, right? Depending on it. Like, just get yourself behind them so that they're not in front. Teal played it wrong, and then yellow's too far up. Good job from red. He's got to move that puck up. Kind of handcuff blue. Not really too many options from where that was. So now we're in the situation. I wouldn't say you would go... Oh, let's see. I mean, you don't have to be, like, aggressive every single play. That's not what I'm trying to get here, or get at here. It's just when you feel like you're in a comfortable spot where you can attack and sort of limit the time and space that they have without getting burned, right? Because the guys, when you get up to certain levels, right, they know how to like sort of do a head fake or whatever. They get the puck and they're like already in an LT pivot. You don't want to be late to the play and then you go and attack and all of a sudden they're around you, right? In these plays here, again, it just all depends on where you start up. It makes sense to be here because you don't know, right? Like, this is the furthest guy up. It should be, technically, right? You got both red and teal here. So you do have the green light, technically, as it stands, to go for this hit earlier, right? So that when he gets this puck, you're already in an attempt to take him out of the play. Here, though, we do want to try to attack. You've got the over the top from teal. So there's no, even if you are aggressive and this guy somehow gets around, teal can then play the over the top play, basically what I would call it. You can then go and poke check this, try to put your body in front, like be a pretty damn aggressive defenseman here. Red, I mean, actually, it does end up in the play. Wow, they scored. It is actually weird because there is this player over here that eventually does get open. So it almost feels like a play that quickly turns into almost man-to-man coverage. So it's almost like you do have to be one-on-one with this guy. I don't know. I mean, it works back to the point, though. Like, the friggin' the right D for them goes up, takes a shot, but you see where it's like the no angle, the no X factor. Even somebody with no X factor, a shot, I don't think that was elevated. That went along the ice and that goes through. Like, this is what I'm saying. A shot from far out here that it looks like the goalie's there, right? It just maybe he's a little bit over to the left. Still, no, he's fine playing this. It just goes through him. Like, all right, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, because of that effect, you have to play tighter defense when you can to stop them, to limit them from being able to get rushes like this. So this does go back to, if you had stepped earlier, maybe, you know, they would have one number less. Like, you know, this puck may go here. As soon as you see that, you may want to automatically start to step. I mean, these guys got to be able to rush back. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird because, like, again, like, you're playing what you guys would need to do, right? You're in front of everybody. So it's not like they're getting a rush to the net here. They work it back to the point for a wrister that goes through the goaltender. Like, that's just how goals can go in, I guess. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like, if you would say that you should have went, you know, you should have went for the hit or not. You see what happens when you didn't go for the hit and that guy got that pass through, or he goes in and then takes a pass, right? And then takes, you know, a shot along the freaking ice that somehow finds a way in. Like, that's the luck of this game. And now it's 2-0 heading into the second. All right, guys, you guys let me know your thoughts. If you want to send me gameplay, first link down below is the community Discord. There's the Clips and VODs channel. Post a link, timestamp of the period that you want me to break down, and the position that you're playing. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell. I'll catch you guys in the next one.